From the block where the bus stop talk never ended. 2 signs on the pole, that's the place I represented. Where the corners raised me, where the neighbors saved me. Now we bring that same grit to your daily HD. Click in, sit in for the crack in the paint. Old heads on the porch, young kids with complaints. We gon' laugh, we gon' build, keep it sharp like armor. New world, same heart. Bedford and Beaumont. Welcome to Bedford and Beaumont. Pull up a seat, you ain't gotta go far. Hit that bell, let it ring like a car alarm. You tuned in now, this the home, this the heart, this the charm. Welcome to Bedford and Beaumont. From the sign on the pole to your phone screen glow. Every story that we show, yeah, it came from the block. Bedford and Beaumont, we gon' rock, we gon' rock. We gon' rock, we gon' rock. Stories in the cracks of the sidewalk we step. Every frame that we shoot got respect on deck. From the first little dream on that chipped up curb to the worldwide stream. Now you catch. It's that, yeah. Shot for shot. We talk that talk. Hit play, let the real ones walk. New heat on the block. What's hot, what's not? If it bang, we shot. If it flop, we shot. Hey, shot for shot. We call that shot. One spin, then it's off the lot. Big vibes on the clock. What's hot, what's not? If it bang, we shot. If it flop, we shot. Mic on.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Shop or Chop, the show where I react to the latest and the greatest when it comes to the latest in music. I am your host, Oakland Jonas Galloway, aka OJ the OG, because I will always have the juice, and I appreciate you all for being here. Listen, this is a little bit of a different format than I planned on doing this episode, and if you guys like it, I might keep it going. But let me explain. This episode was supposed to be pre-recorded, but I didn't really feel well last night when I was supposed to record it. And so I went to bed hoping I would feel better. And I just decided, well, since I have to film a couple of things that I can't talk about, but one is really exciting. It's a music exclusive that I am really excited for you guys to see. That's going to be coming soon. But the other is something else that I'm preparing for. It's a whole thing that I'm filming. But anyway, because I have a couple of things that I have to film tonight anyway, I decided to go ahead and just do the show live instead of giving you a late episode. So that's why we're here. That's why we're live. And that's why we're doing the things like this. Now, for the guys and the girls and the gays and the days who have followed this channel before and who saw the first time I did Shop or Chop live, listen, it was fun. It was a blast. I played clips and things live and all the things, but I will not be playing clips live on this episode because of the copyright strikes that I'm still waiting to be reviewed and disputed and whatnot. And my anxiety can't handle it, right? So instead, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. And I'm going to make the show just as interactive as I can. So how we're going to be playing this is tonight, I'm going to give my reviews of each song. And I'm going to let you know whether it's a shop or a chop for me. And then I'm going to launch a poll. And you're going to tell me whether, based on my reviews, you want to listen to the song for yourself or you want to just keep it moving, right? So if you're watching this on Instagram, final note before we get to the reviews, I've noticed over the last couple of lives that the feed on Instagram would cut off at a weird moment and I would end up losing the I would end up losing the feed on Instagram for some reason. So if it does cut off on Instagram and you want to see the full episode, head over to the Bedford and Beaumont YouTube channel and the whole thing will be there, right? Now, without any further ado, let's get into some music, right? On the block tonight, I am going to be reviewing songs from Dream Doll. I'm going to be reviewing songs from Saucy Santana. I'm going to be reviewing Victoria Monet, Brooke Hogan, T.I., Key Glock, and William Prize. Those are going to be all of the people who are going to be getting reviewed tonight. I didn't list them in order because I'm going to list all of my shops first and then all of my chops next, and I didn't want to give it away just so quickly, right? So let's get into it. My first shop for the day is going to be coming from Dream Doll with the release of her new single, Too Established slash Maybelline, right? And the reason why this is a shop for me is because this woman is Little Kim's daughter, lyrically. She is literally Little Kim's daughter, lyrically. I I really have appreciated seeing her adapt on this specific record to the double beat type of song that we've recently seen Lotto basically master with Big Mama and now Business and Personal. I like her approach to it. She did her thing. It's very New York. It's not a direct copy because I've seen Lotto do it the most. That's where I came into contact with that sort of one beat is half of the song, switch the beat for the second half of the song. It may have been brought back into prominence by Lotto. So if you guys remember somebody else doing that before her, drop down in the comments and let me know and refresh my memory specifically. But I appreciate what she did with the first half and and the second half, and that it didn't give me a choice of one or the other, or I liked one half of the song better than the other. Right now, as much as I question why this woman specifically is not a superstar when it comes to female rappers, I think I may have figured out what it is, right? I think I may have just figured out exactly what it is. And I think that when it comes to Dream Doll, she just may be the last person rapping about the same shit that all female rappers rap about. And it just may just not be clicking for her specifically because she's just one of many girls rapping about the same shit. Like, I personally wonder if she played with her subject matter in her music, would it connect with the bigger audience? Because I do think that what Dream Doll does have is a strong core fan base, right? And I believe that as much as she raps better than a bunch of girls who are making bigger waves than her and are more successful to the general public than a Dream Doll is right now, there's something that's holding her back, and I don't know what it is. And for me, it's not the music, it's not the lyrics, it's not her rapping ability, because I've bragged about Dream Doll over the years now, and she's the most improved female rapper I've ever seen. I say it all the time. Whatever female rap boot camp the Dream Doll went to, every female rapper needs to go to, and Saweetie needs to be first in line. Now, with that being said, it makes me wonder, like, is it her team? Like, is it the music? Like, is the music just not connecting? Because as good as the music is, does the subject matter, like I said before, just not connect with any audiences and they just not fucking with it? Right? Like, is it just something that's just like, what is it about Dream Doll specifically? Like, is it that she's been on reality TV? Is she like the last girl that we accepted into reality TV, into the music industry, and like she's just one of those girls that's not popping? Because I feel like she falls into the category of girls that were on like Sisterhood of Hip Hop, where there were so many talented girls on that show, but I think them being on reality TV stifled them a little bit, and only one of them, being Bia, was able to transcend to any greater heights past being on that show, right? We've seen the girls kind of pop up here and there, but we've never seen any like really reach any real mass of success. So I wonder what it is for Dream Doll, because she benefits from, or she could be benefiting from, light skin privilege. She raps better than a lot of the light skinned girls that are out here getting looks and vibes and opportunities now. She has the body, she has the face, she has the music, she has the voice, she has all of the things. She experiments with fashion. She's openly bisexual, which people love on women, but not men. So, what do you think is holding her back specifically? Right? Um, she's just like, the song itself is incredible, right? I love the song. I love everything about it, but it just left me with questions, and it left me kind of wondering, what do you think is holding her back specifically? You know what I mean? So when it comes to Dream Doll, and her song To Establish slash Maybelline. What do you guys think? Based on what I've had to say about it so far, did I make you want to hear it? Or did I make you just want to keep past it and just want to hear the next song? Because I think this lady has incredible potential, but I don't think enough people pay attention to her. And I'm not exactly sure what the reason is because it damn sure ain't talent. She's another one of those girls that needs to be up here with at least Flo Milli and Lotto. She could be up here with a Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm like, damn, what is it? So if I made you want to hear the song, put a one in the chat. If I didn't make you want to hear it and you're just like, yeah, whatever, Dream Doll can still be gone for me. Hit a two in the chat for you said enough pass, right? So if you want to hear the song, one for you made me want to hear it, two for you've said enough and I'll pass, right? I'm going to move on to our next artist, and I'll let you think about that while I talk about what they have going on. Let's talk about Victoria Monet and her new song, Let Me, right? I'll leave this up for you guys to vote on. And when I get ready to switch over to the next artist, I'll pull up her poll for Victoria's song, right? Hey JJ, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, bro. JJ Saturday has entered the building. Thank you for being here, boss man. When it comes to Victoria Monet, listen, this song is amazing. I love the beautiful use of the sample of Lovers and Friends by Usher, John and Luda. Had to do it again. Um, I love and appreciate seeing artists, and this is what really took the song over the edge for me and just made it like an instant shop for me, was artists who can take a classic and really make an entirely new song without transforming the sample, right? Because we've seen over the years artists sampling records get tricky, and if they sample too much, then it becomes negative and they're relying on sampling, and then if the sample isn't used well enough, then it gets talked about for that. Or if they don't transform the song enough, then it gets talked about for that. It just always seems to be a hit or miss when it comes to artists sampling records, right? And I appreciate one, an artist who can completely transform a sample and make it into a new record, and two, somebody who can utilize a sample in a way that's clearly recognizable but makes it an entirely new song. And by that, I mean, don't just follow the same flow and cadence of the original song, but actually give us an entirely new record on top of a beat that we've already heard and that we love, right? On top of that, sliding in the Cater to You homage at the end was very cute, very smooth, very slick on this. I think that Victoria Monet is one of those people who, when we look to the artist in so many years who are going to be doing the tributes and who we're going to be calling for all the Beyonce tributes, all of the we probably still gonna be doing Janet Jackson tributes. I'm sorry, I tried to think of somebody else who was gonna be getting tributes with Beyonce, the Rihanna tributes, and like all of that. In 10 years, when they're calling all the girls to do that, Victoria Monet is definitely gonna be first in the line to do both of those girls tributes at the award shows that neither one of those ladies are probably gonna show up to, right? I love how classically 2000s this record sounds without sounding dated. Does that make sense? Like this sounds very Y2K. It sounds very early 2000s. It reminds me of all the songs that I used to go to bed listening to on the stereo when I was a kid. It And what's interesting is when I say dated, it doesn't necessarily date back to the early 2000s, not that far back specifically, right? Because the more I listened to this song, the more I listened to Victoria Monet's Let Me, the more it sounded like a Queen Naija song, right? Not specific, not any specific Queen Naija song. There's not one that I can name that I was like, oh, this is the record that it sounds like. But it definitely gave a Queen Naija-esque vibe. And I could definitely hear Queen Naija on this. Victoria, if you plan on remixing this at any point, please put Queen Naija on this. I think that she would eat this up. This would be such a good pocket for her, right? Uh Mine too. I think that Victoria is an incredible artist and she's been eating the girls up since literally 2014 and y'all just started paying attention. Shame on you, right? Love the song too. It is incredible. Love this record. It made me really think about Queen Naija. It really made me think about the early 2000s and I really appreciated it, right? Um Now, on Queen Naija, based on what I had to say, based on my thoughts, opinions, and reviews of the song, did I make you want to go and listen to it? Did I make you want to hear this record for yourself and say, l- l- let me take a spin of this. Let me see what she's talking about. Let me see what she's singing about. Or are you not studying Victoria Monet and you're like, you've said enough. You can go on to the next record. I'll pass. Victoria Monet, let me. Is that a shop for you or a chop for you? A shop would be putting a one in the comments and saying, yes, you made me want to hear the song. I want to go put this in my playlist. I want to go hear what this song sounds like. Or two, you consider it a chop, saying, I don't really want to hear it. You've said enough. Let's move on to the next record, right? Shop or chop, Victoria Monet. Moving on, I want to get into some rap and I want to talk about T.I. and his new record, Mr. Him. And y'all, this man is really the definition of foot on necks. He is the definition of OG rapper. He is the definition of back like he never left. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, just my opinion, T.I. is actually rapping better than he ever has. In 2026, T.I. is rapping better than he was at any point in his career, right? And the reason why I say that is because he has a level of balance in his current music between inspiration and aspiration, specifically in this record, that I don't recall hearing in his music before, right? And what I mean by that is that there's, Charlemagne the God has said for years that on the Breakfast Club, there's a balance of ratchetness and righteousness, right? And for me, that's kind of the only way that I can explain T.I.'s most current music, you know? It's very foot on neck, it's very pop my shit, it's very, it's very all the things of the things, but it is also inspiring and it makes me want to get up and not only do push-ups, it makes me want to go get money. It makes me want to create content. It makes me want to write raps. It makes me want to do crunches. It makes me want to do all the things of the things, right? Like as boastful as this song is, and as much as he is popping his shit on it, this record, like he is giving us and the people a message at the same time. And I love that. Like, I love somebody who can incorporate a message into just blatant shit talk. That is some diabolically incredible shit that I love to see when it comes to artists. And T.I. is doing that better than anybody right now, right? I can't do anything but put this man on my playlist and commend him for the last couple tracks that he's been dropping because let Him Know is just as incredibly good. But this song right here is just something about this record that's very specific about Like I'm here to pop my shit, but I'm also here to teach y'all something at the same time. And I'm also here to show y'all how to get to where I am. And I live for it. Right. On top of that, what I will say is that the production on this is perfection. The production on this song is perfection. There is a perfect blend on this beat of it being simplistic, yet it being intricate. Because where the shifts are in the music are very specific. It adds a very specific value to the song. It allowed T.I. to skate on this, and it made me want to put some skates on. Full ATL reference intended, full pun intended. Like, it's wild to me because T.I. in 2026 is literally putting out some of the best records consistently from a male artist that I've heard in years, right? And that is nothing that was on my mood board for 2026 or for 2025. But here we are, right? But here we are, right? I've been a fan of Live Your Life. I've been a fan of his since the Live Your Life era. Love that. I've been a fan of his since literally since Rubber Band Man. And the Live Your Life era was great. And I think that is an interesting era for me because I like inspirational music, but I don't like inspirational music that's blatantly inspirational. And I think that's why I like this song so much is because there's an inspirational element to it, but it's still boastful and it's still braggy and he's still popping it in a way that allows him to not cross over into a corny or a hokey type of space when it comes to the music, and I appreciate it. And then the balance of the production just took it to an entirely different hemisphere, right? So when it comes to Ti with Mr. Him, have I made you want to shop? Meaning, did I make you want to hear the song? Did did I make you want to go and check it out? Or have you chopped it? Meaning, nothing I said made you want to go and listen to this song, and you ready to hear what else I'm getting ready to talk about. Put a 1 in the comments for I made you want to hear it. Put a 2 in the comments for you ready to hear me move on. Shop or chop. T.I., Mr. Him. Let's move on. Next on the docket, I'm going to talk about William Price, who is one of my favorite artists. He's been on the channel before as far as coverage on Shop or Chop specifically. I've talked about his EP Freshly Wrapped recently, and he's one of my homeboys. He's a personal friend of mine. And he just recently popped up in my newly released on YouTube Music with this song called TV featuring another artist called City Pyramids, right? And this record really this record really put me in a special place, right? This is a shop for me, by the way. So far, we're still in my shops. We have 8 records to cover, and the first half are going to be shops, and my second half are going to be chops, right? So for this one took me to a different place because I'm usually not a fan of like melodic rappers. I'm not usually a fan of the sing talky type of rap with the technical correction and the auto tune and all of that. I'm not sure how much was put on when it comes to this record, but this song for me takes melodic rap to a new height. And it makes me experience melodic rappers in a new lens, right? Typically, I hear this wave of music as an attempt on virality and female attention. And I usually see that happen at the risk of lyrical prowess, right? Usually when I see people try to do this, it's usually them just trying to catch something viral that's going to go, blow up on TikTok real quick so that people can use it and it can boast a lot of streams. But when you go and listen to the full song, there's not a lot of consideration in the lyrical content that is the verses of the song. But this record specifically was able to creatively utilize the styling of this record and this melodic rapping type of thing. And they were able to use it to further articulate the verses in a more creative way, right? Um, there is a message of betrayal leading to focus on the grind and nothing but the grind in the first verse that I strongly agree with and that I strongly relate to. And I didn't expect that type of relation to click into my head on a song like TV, but that's the magic of music, right? I appreciate the first verse very much because I strongly relate to it. And then when it comes to the second verse, I appreciate the experimentation and the wordplay, right? Um, in my opinion, in my opinion, if a rapper is going to play with this melodic rap thing, if you're going to play with this style and use it to articulate the way that you want to progress in music and the way that you want to express yourself in music, great, cool, love that for you. But I implore you to play with the cadence the way that it was done in this record. Because the way that it was played with, not even in the hook specifically, but within each person's verse on the song, it added a special quality to each one of their verses in different ways that inspires instinctual reactions. And both verses gave me a different instinctual reaction. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to TV by William Price featuring City Pyramids, how did I make you feel about the record? Did I make you want to hear it? Did I make you want to fast forward and get to the next record? Put a one in the comments for I made you want to hear it, you want to shop it, see what's going on, see what it does for you. Or is it a chop for you? Put a two in the comments and tell me to hurry up and move on to the next song. Let me know how y'all feel, right? Oh, we have a chop. We have a shop. Excuse me. My bad. That audible alliteration without it actually being alliteration messes me up every show. I don't know why. But we have a shop. This is another shop for me. This was number 3 on my shops for this episode. No, this was number 4 on my shops actually for this episode. So this was the last song on my shops, right? Now, I'm getting ready to move on to my chops, and I'm probably getting ready to get a little bit annoyed. So let me just take a moment to take a sip and whew, let's just all woosah together. Okay. First on my chops tonight, excuse me. I am bringing up Saucy Santana. He recently dropped a record called Time Is Up, right? And he is working with his longtime producer, Trey Tracks. I think we got one. And I am here to say, Trey Tracks, I don't think we got one. And this is the first time I don't think we got one. And mostly, I think it's your fault, Trey Tracks, because I hate this beat. I hate this beat. One, you drowned out a lot of Saucy's vocals on the song. One. Two, I just don't like the beat at all. Right? I just don't like the beat at all. Saucy, I think you did what you could with the song and you did what you could with the beat. But as much as I like your verses on the song, because of the way you play with your cadence in your verses on a lot of your records, this hook wasn't good enough to save this verse, right? And even with it not being repetitive and being a decent chorus, it's a decent hook. It's not bad. But this production is so horrible that it just didn't make it just couldn't save it. I wish we could put all of your vocals on this song on a completely different beat. I feel like if you found a beat that these vocals and this hook would fit on better, it would be a completely better song. A completely better song. But this I hate. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. And what's weird about it is that it reminds me of something that Crime Mob would have done back in the day, but nobody decided to mix and master it, right? Like the production sounds unfinished in my eyes. Like it almost, or rather in my ears, more appropriately speaking. Um, this does not sound good in my ears. And as much, like I said, as I like your verses, I don't like the production makes me not even like the hook, even though if you take the hook off of this beat, it's a decent hook, especially by my standards, because I don't like repetitive choruses and repetitive ass hooks. But I didn't like this. I didn't like this. Trey, I think you did Saucy Dirty on this song. No shade. I think you did Saucy Dirty. I don't like this at all. Right. And for me, this coming after the feature run that Saucy Santana has been on recently is incredibly wild to me because Saucy, you have been coming up and doing some incredible ass verses on people's songs and washing people on their own records. And I don't understand what the hell has been going on, right? With this song specifically, your album was great. Hot Sauce was a great album, right? The verses that you've been putting on other people's songs, great verses. But you're not the problem on this song. Trey Tracks, I don't know what happened, but I want y'all to tell me, did I make you want to hear this? Did I make you want to hear this? Even though I personally didn't like it, do you still want to hear the song? Put a 1 in the comments for yes, Oakland, you made me want to hear this. Or 2 for no, you said enough, dog. I guess if you don't like it, I don't like it either. Let's go on and pass. Tell me how you feel. I'm getting ready to move on though, because the next song that I want to talk about on this list. Woo! My goodness. Let's talk about Brooke Hogan, right? And my first problem with this song is that it was so hard to find the cover art anywhere online, anywhere on the internet, that I had to crop down the YouTube thumbnail for it to fit this format. And that's why it looks so pixelated in front of you guys right now, because this isn't an actual version of the cover. This is a screenshot of YouTube that has the artwork as the video. But yet it's so hard for me to find the actual cover of the song to download anywhere. So that was annoying, right? That was annoying in itself. Now, when it comes to the song and the reason why it's a chop for me, listen, Brooke, funny enough, her voice actually fits well on this song. Funny enough, her voice actually is not bad on this record. But what I will say is when it comes to Brooke and the way that she articulated her verses and her vocals on the records in total, I would have liked a little I would have liked a little more push from the full voice when singing the verses specifically, right? I would have appreciated a little more push from your full voice in the entire song, but the chorus didn't need it specifically because on the original record, it was sung from a more harmonic space. Um, tonally on the record, she's in Aaliyah's pitch, but you sound too pretty on the record. And that's what I don't like about it. It's not that you sound bad. It's not that your voice doesn't fit the record. Your voice fits the record fine, but you sound too pretty. You sound like you're trying to sing too hard, right? And tonally, you just need grit. Because, see, when it comes to Aaliyah and the original song, Aaliyah naturally had that grit, right? As angelic as her voice was, and as much as we called her an angel, it she naturally had that grit when it came to the music because of the soul that tends to come with blackness, right? There's a natural oomph that comes with the delivery in black music, right? So here on this record, even though you're singing an Aaliyah song and vocally you are in the wavelength of an Aaliyah when it comes to your vocal prowess, you sound more like a Britney Spears than an Aaliyah on this song. And that's not necessarily bad, but you just need some Old Bay seasoning. You just need a little seasoning. That's all. You just need a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, a little Lowry's. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need some. That's what you need on this record, especially in the verses. You really should have punched it in the verses and really hit it harder because your singing is fine, your voice sounds fine, but you just sound like you're floating on the record and there's no intention with the vocal. So you sound good, but you could have sang it harder and sounded better. Like it's giving rougher anime. Like I need you to sing it rougher. Like it's very that, right? Now, what I will say is the producer of this track, whoever he is, did their thing, or whoever they are, excuse me, because it could be a woman, it could be a man, I'm not sure. The producer of the track did their thing on this. I will say that. The way they played with the beat while still sticking to the original version and the original vision of the song was a nice run of the record that I appreciated. I appreciated how, even though you gave it your own interpretation, you still stuck to Timberland's original vision for the song. And it came out as different, but still very similar and still instantly recognizable, right? The main reason that this song is a chop for me is because if you're going to do a cover of a song and you're not going to do it better than the original, like if you're not going to outsing the original artist, if you're not going to, you know, do the song in a different way that completely changes the aura of the song, then at least do the cover in a way that makes me want to come back to hear you sing the record again. Right? On this made me want to go listen to the original. This just made me want to go and listen to Aaliyah sing it. No shade. No shade. This just made me want to go listen to Aaliyah. I didn't want to hear this anymore. I listened to it for the episode and I was not living for it. What I will say about Brooke Hogan, I feel like you may have listened to me in one of my lives that I did recently when I was talking about Zara Larson, and you came up because she done took your whole nachos, put jalapenos in it, and now she out here getting a whole second breath in her career off of your undiscovered albums no, your Redemption album's aesthetic, right? And I told you in a previous live that you needed to go and reheat those nachos instead of going back and trying to repeat this white ass singing on black ass beats, right? And mind you, you had already done this and you put up a couple videos and you explained why you were doing this and you wanted to literally dust Brooke off and give her another try at music and it was very literal for you. I get it. I get it. We see what you're doing. We get it. But the pop music is where you really should have stuck. And when I say pop, I mean like Caucasian pop, not black pop, right? Not the R&B pop, just the pop, right? Mayonnaise pop, right? Um because I've seen it come across my desk that the 20th anniversary of your second album, Redemption, is coming up, and you're basically reimagining the entire album and you're re-recording it with like new ideas on the records, new interpretations of the songs. And I think I read that there're going to be a couple new tracks or a couple remixes or something like that. This is what I'm looking forward to when it comes to you, because that Redemption album really should have taken you somewhere. And I'm not exactly sure why it didn't work out for you. I think the chaos of your family imploding after watching them on TV for all of those years with Hogan Knows Best, and then you getting the spinoff Brooke Knows Best, what I feel like was a year and a half too late. I feel like it just kind of killed the momentum of the second album, especially because the first album really didn't do much for you. I feel like it did enough for the record company to give you a second try, especially because MTV was no VH1 was willing to greenlight a spinoff specifically for you, because it's been discussed that the whole reason that Hogan Knows Best was created in the first place was to be a vehicle for your music, very a la the Ashley Simpson show for Ashley Simpson's first album. Even though I think Ashley Simpson might have come after Hogan Knows Best, but it worked better for Ashley Simpson. That's why I put her as the standard for that, right? Um, I'm more interested in seeing what you do with this second album. I'm more interested in seeing what you do with this second body of music, because you have a better go at doing pop than you have doing R&B. And even though you can do R&B, especially with the lack of vocal prowess that a lot of today's R&B singers have, just let us do us, please. Just let us do us. And even though I've given you your tens for singing your white ass singing on black ass beats, but still having a white ass rapper like Paul Wall on it, I appreciate you for staying in your pocket. But girl, just go on over and do your pop music, please. Because that's what I want to hear in real life. But with that being said, did I make you want to hear her Try Again cover though? Did I make you want to hear her sing a classic by Aaliyah? Did I make you want to see what she did with the beat that she left us without for a long time without the step two? Put a one in the comments if I made you want to hear it. Put a two in the comments if I made you want to move on and let's go on to the next record. Because it's an interesting song. I'll say that. It's an interesting listen. I will say that, right? Um, I'll let you guys chew on that while I talk about the next record, right? We're gonna move on and we're going to talk next about, and this is gonna break my heart to say this, no shade. This is gonna break my heart to talk about this song. Flow, Therapy in the Club. This is a chop for me personally. And I say that because, well, let me start by saying the song sounds beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The song sounds beautiful. But this song, for it to be called Therapy at the Club, it did not make me want to go to the club at all. It did not make this song didn't make me want to go to nobody's club whatsoever. Like literally whatsoever. This song, this song made me want to put some hot sauce. Let me get up on y'all. This song made me want to put some hot sauce on some freshly popped popcorn and tighten up my braids in the bathroom mirror and cry in the dark. Literally. It's giving, I never dreamed you leave in summer. That's exactly what this song gave me. It's a beautiful song, but I think it was just this y'all sound beautiful, but this song did not make me want to go to nobody club. This did not want to be fam with nobody in nobody's club. No shade. Now, with that being said, I can appreciate the record itself for being a sonic reverse on what the title actually is, because I'm sure that a lot of people like me hear a song titled Therapy in the Club and they think that we would at least get a mid tempo, right? But, and while the release of a slower song does, on a basic level, make sense with Leak It being their last single, you know, I appreciate you guys showing showing the judges versatility, if you will. I can commend that. But this song, I just feel should have taken a different angle. I just feel like this song should have just taken a different angle. Or maybe I missed the point of the record. Like, did I miss something? Like, did I miss something? Because I just feel like this was not healing for me. I didn't want to go to no club. I damn sure didn't want to go to therapy. It just I don't know. Like, it's a beautiful song. I just the title put me in the wrong mindset for what I ended up hearing, right? And maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll have another interpretation of the song the more that I listen to it. But preparing for this episode, I listened to the song and I was just like, ah, ah this ain't it for me. Because if you want me to be specific, when it comes to when I do my notes or my reactions for Shop or Chop, I write my notes very specifically for these songs. I listen to the songs one time and I write my notes off of the first listen of the song. If I like all of these, every time I do Shop or Chop, I gather new releases of songs that I haven't heard before, or I gather songs that have just come out that I've already heard, but I want to react to on the song on the show. And so I put it on the thing. And how I prepare for the show is I listen to the song one time and I write notes based off of what my reaction is to the song when I listen to it that one time. And whatever I feel in that moment is what my reaction is. So how I get all of these reactions, how I get all of these notes is off of a one listen. I listen to the song and I write notes as I listen to the song. And so I'm literally, as people, basically how people live tweet during TV shows as they air, I'm live tweeting myself notes to this song as I'm listening to it in real time for what I'm going to come back and give to you guys as my review of the records, right? So, Flow, maybe I gotta listen to it some more for me to like it. But on first listen, this was not it for me. But did I make you guys want to go and listen to it though? Even though it's a chop for me, even though I don't like it, did I make you want to hear it? put a 1 in the comments for yes. It's a shop for you because now you want to go and listen to the song based on my review of it. Or it's a chop for you. Put a 2 in the comments for I've said enough. I don't really like it. I don't you don't like it enough for the both of us. So let's move on. Let's pass. Right. I'll leave this up for a little bit while I get into my last chop for the night. And I want to talk about Key Glock and his new song Go. Right. And it's records like this that are the main reason why I do the show in the format that I just explained to you of I listen to the song one time and I give my first reactions. I try to put as many songs that I haven't heard on Shopper Chop so that what I'm giving you is my literal first reaction when I heard the song for the first time when I was making the notes preparing for the show, right? And listen, I'll just start with I'll start with the technical stuff, right? From a technical standpoint, from a technical standpoint, if the hook of the song is going to be this repetitive and this boring, then please don't start the song with it. Please don't start the song with a one word chorus that you are going to double up for 32 bars. Like, it's just not necessary, especially if you say so little in the first verse that follows that hook that I don't even know it's a verse. I had like, I I didn't even know that it was a verse until the repetitive ass hook picked back up again and you started saying go, 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 go for 45 seconds. Like, it was just not, none of this was necessary. The way, like, there was so little effort put into this record and it pisses me off because what do you want? Like, what do you want us to listen to? What exactly what do you want from me? Is it like what? I don't know. It's just annoying because it's like this is what I mean when I say Dream Doll deserves a lot of rapper spots, male and female, because the lazy ass approach that you put on this record, I'm sure Dream Doll would have got on this beat and slid, right? Because next, that just segues right into my other gripe with this record, which is the lyrical quality, right? The drug addict culture and the misogyny in the raps is old and tired. Like, I don't know if it's me heading into my mid 30s that is making me like unk status and like cut the shit, but like I don't know. Like, for me, for me, this whole glorifying being a drug addict thing has gone stale for me personally, right? I don't know when that wave happened of people going from glorifying being the drug dealer, which I also, was not a big fan of, but I respected more than glorifying being the drug addict. When did that happen in music, right? It goes back to this theme that I carry throughout my observation of hip hop. And it just constantly makes me wonder, when did rap and hip hop become less observational of the world around us and more illustrative of the intentional downfall that we lead ourselves on because we now have achieved a certain level of success that now we're willing to throw our lives away because we can afford it. Like, I just don't understand when that became cool to now because you're making more money than you ever made. Now it's like back in the day when people used to crash out on drugs, they used to do it in private. They never wanted to be caught or seen doing cocaine or crashing out on drugs in public. Like they wanted to still maintain a certain image for the public. Like nobody wanted to be seen as a drug addict in the public. When did that happen? Like when did influencing people to do drugs become a thing? Like it just and then the misogyny that's in lyrics, which has just been in rap music since its inception, is just that's always going to be a problem for me. It's but even more so when it's done poorly and when it's executed with such a it's just it's so bottom rung, it's so scraping the barrel, like it's just there's no creativity in this song. And then on top of that, you're sitting around here rapping about being a drug addict. Like it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Wiz Khalifa fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Wiz Khalifa fan. But I feel like rapping about drugs that people die from, like lean and cocaine and Adderall and shit that people overdose from and get strung out on and lose their life to, like fentanyl, is where I draw the line personally. That's just personally where I feel like I draw the line on the shit. That's why I listen to songs from around the world. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I think that's part of the reason why my musical taste is so vast and so varied is because as much of a hip hop head as I am and as much as I love rap music, the state of it right now, the ratio of music with substance and actual entertainment value versus music that is following some belligerent ass niggerish trend is something that I can't get jiggy with this shit, right? I can't get jiggy with this shit. So it's my selection in rap is so random and varied. I've got my few little records that I listen to for entertainment value and for fun. And, my little make me feel like a bad bitch music, make me feel hard music, my workout playlist, or whatever the case may be. But that's a 60-40 ratio to the music that I listen to that has come out 10 to 15 years before now. And even more so, it's a 70-30 to music that came out either before I was born or while I was too young to be listening to it. Because I'm still listening to Ice Cube, Ice T, LL Cool J, NWA, Public Enemy, Tribe Called Quest, Fugees. Like I'm still listening to all of that. Missy, Busta Rhymes, Eve, Little Kim, Foxy. Like I'm still listening to all of that. Ja in the early days, Busta Rhymes. Like I'm like that's my stilo, right? And then you slide into the 2000s rappers like the Nellies, even though I really don't fuck with him because he mad. But like just all of that type of shit. Like it's like I don't understand what y'all talking about today. So it's a chop as fuck for me. But but based on what I have to say about the song, did it make you want to listen to it though? Hit a one in the comments for yes. Based on everything you had to say, it made me want to see what the hell these rappers are talking about nowadays and what's got you so damn pressed. Shop that for sure. Or two in the comments for you've said enough. I don't need to hear none of this. I believe you and I will take your word for it. I'm not here for none of this. Pass. I feel the exact same way. I feel the exact same way, JJ. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, before I get up out of here, I want to remind you guys one more time that Shopper Chop Live, the talk show version of this show, is debuting tomorrow. This is the talk show spinoff of this show where I'm going to be inviting artists onto the show to talk about music, play games with me, give exclusive performances, and all the things of the things. Just have a good time, unwind, and just chop it up in a music oriented context, right? Our first guest for the show is going to be Dubleve, who is coming in at who is coming in on tomorrow, May 19th. I'm sorry, I just lost the Instagram feed. But Dubleve will be coming in May 19th and 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Make sure you guys are here. It will be live. We will be doing all of the things, and I guarantee you that it's a show that you do not want to miss. Also, take a look at a list of all of the people who are coming up on the show. There's so many people who are going to be popping up. It's a long list. I literally have the show booked through to September, going into October. There's so many people who I'm excited to see come up on the show. It's going to be a really fun experience for everybody. And I'm excited for you guys to see it. So, with that being said, make sure you guys like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of the things that your favorite YouTubers tell you to do. And let me know if you want me to start back pre-recording Shopper Chop or if you like the live version, even though I can't play the clips for you. Because mind you, I wasn't playing the clips in the pre-recorded version. I was just, bringing up the things and I was popping my shit. But I do kind of like this whole going live thing, right? Like I like the going live thing and then just breaking it up into separate videos and then just posting it for you guys to watch in separate parts. And you can hear me yap about the different segments in the different videos. And if you want to see the whole thing in long form and just have this be background noise, then we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about it. JJ likes the live better. I kind of do too. I'm thinking about making all of my shows live, no shade, and just having different versions of the show, right? Because this show, um I think I'm gonna make, both the shows like bi-weekly lives where the first live for Shopper Chop is gonna be all about the weekly reviews and all the music that I want to talk about that's come out. And then the second live, which is gonna be Tuesday, is gonna be the talk show where I bring on guests to talk about music. And it's gonna be rappers from all across the internet coming on to pop their shit, spit bars, play games, and just chop it up with me and talk music, right? And then Wednesday is gonna be the fourth wall mainstream where I talk about mainstream reality shows like Housewives. I'm going to be talking about Zeus shows. I'm going to be talking about OWN. I have so many shows that I'm going to talk about, and I'm thinking about going live and doing that show too, because there's just so much that I want to talk about when it comes to those shows. And then Thursday is going to be all of my web reality coverage and all the shows that I cover specifically in the web reality space and all of that. Friday, of course, is Chaos and Charcuterie. And I'm working on bringing something else back to the channel as well that I've been talking about that I want to do, but I figured a way to restructure it and it might be coming back sooner than you think. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of the things, and drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you want to see from me when it comes to the channel based on the options that I gave you. And I will holler at you guys soon. Until next time, peace. See y'all later.
What's hot, what's not? If it bang, we shot. If it flop, we shot.